So here we are. This is the new space, the new workshop. It's echoey, cold at the moment, but hopefully for not too long. This workshop feels like a long time coming, although it really hasn't been that long. I've been back from my trip to Japan and Australia for about a year now. I've been working as HT Furniture for the last year, and as the business has expanded and I'm looking to take bigger projects on and that kind of thing, it was time to start the hunt for a new workshop. I was fortunate I came across this space. This is the boiler shed, as I've named it. Behind me in this room here is a biomass boiler that heats a couple of the houses around here. Hence the name, the boiler shed. There's a lot of work to do here, of course. Fortunate that the landlord is lovely, and we're on a working farm, so there's lots of farm machinery and things around, which is just lovely to be around. So, first of all, this is me. My name's Harry Morris, Harry Todd Morris. This is where you'll usually find me, in the workshop, making shavings. I studied historic craft practices at Westdean College in 2017. So I'm passionate about the use of hand tools and traditional tools and materials when it comes to woodworking. I've been making furniture, as I said, for a year now for HT Morris Furniture, my company, and this is the next step for the business. This workshop will be eventually a teaching space. It's kind of where I'd like it to head. That's the dream. I'm looking at, in maybe 1 to 2 years' time, establishing the new company, which will be a school of heritage crafts. Looking at eventually not only teaching woodworking, but other endangered and heritage crafts. The first job in the new workshop, we're painting the walls. So my landlord has double skinned the walls for me and insulated the walls, luckily. So it's eventually going to be warm in here. I just wanted to get the walls painted to make it feel a little bit less like an agricultural unit, and start working towards a kind of positive, studio-esque feeling workshop that I'm really aiming for. We're located in North Bristol in Rudgeway, and really seems like a perfect location for me. It's close enough to the city centre that students can come within 20-25 minutes to come and do a course, but we're far enough into the countryside that we've got lovely field views and a bit of clear space. So, after painting, what happens? I was lucky enough to have a few of my boys, a few of my friends come and help me out, as well as my brother, who's been a big part of helping me out over the last year, as well as in the new workshop. Help me out, come and do the painting. I hate painting, I'm not a painter, but it needed doing. So after a couple of days, hard work, we've now got all the walls painted. Next job is lay the floor.
What are you saying, Dad?
Well, I was saying it's a bit of free reign.
Lovely.
Just got to get paid, really. Yeah, just working my life. So, although I mentioned behind me is a biomass boiler, doesn't heat this space. We do plan to take a breeze block out and kind of take some of the residual wasted heat from that room, which should help level out the humidity in here a little. But a big part of making this into a really lovely, cosy working space is going to be this wood stove. I've had permission from the landlord to fit a wood stove. I was lucky to find this one. This is a Yotel #1 which I found just half an hour up the road from me. It's beautiful, really excited about it. It's a bit of a job to get it in here. As you can see me and my dad getting it in the back of the car. I got my brother and my dad to help me get it out of the car. It's a bit of a job. So fitting this will be down the line a little bit, but hopefully not too long, because at the moment, as I'm sitting here now, it's -1 degrees, and I'm not sure how long I can work in this without a fire. So now the fire's in the workshop, and I can kind of get an idea of where it's going to need to be and the kind of hearth I need to lay around it. I can start thinking about the floor. I'm going to lay a damp-proof membrane and then just a simple stud floor and ply on top. I thought about floorboards and that kind of thing, but it was all a little bit expensive. This room is 7.1 by 6.1 meters. So it's a fairly big space. This is actually half of what the workshop will be. In front of me now is a wall dividing the two units. You'll see it in the drone footage. It's a longer building. In a couple of weeks, once the construction work has been finished in the other workshop, in the other unit, I'll be taking on that one as well. The idea being that space will be a machine room, a separate dusty machine room, and this space will be kind of a more simple, minimalist hand tool studio where most of the teaching and woodworking will take place. I'm fortunate that we're on a farm and the landlords are so helpful. They're using their farm machinery to help me level out the yard in front of the workshop, and they've planted some trees just outside and really trying to make it nice for me. Really lovely. The point of this first episode was really to introduce you to me and to the project. I do plan to make these videos somewhat frequently, maybe every other week, maybe weekly, depending on what kind of work I've got on. I think they're a really important thing to not only document the project, but also I was thinking this is the kind of thing that I spend loads of time watching, people making a space into a workshop, and if it holds any value to anyone else setting up a similar space or just interested in it, then it's worthwhile for me. I've always enjoyed making films, but find it's difficult to find time to do it at the moment. So in the next episode we'll be laying the stud floor, and we're going to lay power under the floor as well, so we can kind of come up the leg of benches, so we can have sockets on the benches for lamps and things like that, so there's no trailing cables or hanging cables from the ceiling. And we'll be looking at starting the hearth and installing the stove once I've got the flue pieces for that. But thanks for watching, I guess. This will be part 1 of an ongoing series. How long it will last, I don't know. Could be weeks, could be months, could be years. Could be until we have the school set up and running and we have students here. It's a really exciting project. It's something I'm dedicating a lot to, and really excited for people to follow along with me. Thanks for watching.